Podcast is being brought to you by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance. Activate Don in your life and experience the impact. Why? Because Don Johnson is a visionary. She's determined, people-focused, a problem solver, and she's generous. Visit donjohnson.net and donjohnsoncares.com to learn more about her work with the people and the community. Does Don Johnson do too much? Maybe, but that's just Dawn. She loves the people and she is a change agent. So make sure you stop by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance, located at Rock Hills, Manchester Village, off of Dave Loud Boulevard, 572 John Ross Parkway, Suite 106, directly across from TJ Maxx and in between Sweet Frog and the UPS store. And don't forget to tell them Mr. Darkeye sent you. What it is, great people. The home of motivation. To trust God and live your dreams. All right, what it is, great people, you know who it is. I am Mr. Darkeye, and you are still watching the Mr. Darkeye Podcast right here on Anchor FM, New Soul Music, home of motivation. To trust God and live your dreams as we continue on this journey, on this series of talking to B.E.L.L. Prize participants. And next in the podcast studio, as you can see, I have Julisa White, and she was in the first one with me in 2019. Yeah. And I got to say, from the day, I don't even know, early on, y'all came in, y'all was bringing in all this kind of extra stuff that y'all was doing. He was bringing in, you had, I don't know, I'm going to say you had bookmarks or something.
Yeah.
You had, what else you had? You was bringing in a bunch of product, bunch of merch. Mm-hmm. You was killing
Custom apparel and stuff.
Yeah. So you were doing branding, T-shirts and all that kind of stuff like that. But just go ahead and give people a rundown of all of what you do.
All right, so my name is Julisa TDX White, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I was one of the first B.E.L.L. Prize winners, actually on this very day,
really?
4 years ago. Mm-hmm.
So this is the anniversary?
Yep, so this is the 4-year anniversary, so it's
happy
awesome.
Anniversary.
I just am forever grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of the first B.E.L.L. Prize. Just to give a quick rundown of what all that I do. My business is called True Divine Expressions, and AKA TDX, and we specialize in custom apparel. And our motto is to express yourself with our tees and other specialties. So we customize everything from T-shirts to banners to backdrops, tablecloths, anything that that will allow you to brand yourself and put your, maybe your business out there or your organization. We do a lot of stuff for different events, different businesses, different organizations. So it started off with just T-shirts, and then we kind of added on to our business by offering different services for events that people have. So we have party rentals. A lot of our clients will book us for like different events, and then we try to become a one-stop shop. So we have party rentals, and we've kind of expanded and allowed our kids to be a part of that. Each one of my kids, they have their own rental. My oldest son, he does like the bounce houses and the cotton candy machine. My baby boy, he has a popcorn machine, and a snow cone machine. And my daughter, she has a popcorn machine. So we kind of make it a family affair.
Definitely. That's a family hustle for real. Real life type of thing. No reality shows. This is a family hustle for real. I like that. So I think that was like a no-brainer because I'm pretty sure everybody that was doing events was, coming in wanting to get T-shirts done for the event. So it just kind of made sense to now offer all these services and make it a one-stop shop.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's something that you learn along the way as a business owner, entrepreneur. Like you start seeing how to scale and get into more stuff.
Exactly.
When you start with one thing, you kind of see where it goes from there. So what was your introduction to B.E.L.L? How did you hear about it, and what made you want to get involved?
I had like 3 people reach out to me and say, have you heard about that B.E.L.L thing they have going on? And the first time I didn't really sit down and go through it. But when I heard it the second time, I was like, okay, I need to check this thing out. And then I had somebody else. So I was like, that was confirmation for me that I needed to go see what it was all about. So my background is in education. And throughout my college years, I had been blessed to kind of start my entrepreneur journey in college before I even got my education degree. My mom, she basically gave this local screen printer a connection that allowed him to retire. And he said, I could never repay your mom for what she did, so I want to bless you by showing you how to start your own t-shirt business.
Wow.
So that's how I got into t-shirts. But it was always I was like, I saw the potential in it, and I would do it on the side. But I was so focused on my completing my education degree. So it wasn't until B.E.L.L that I kind of took that from being a side hustle and really tried to go hard in my business and turn it into a business with the business plan and all of the templates and models that they put together for us. So that's when I took it, from being more like a hobby or a hustle on the side to going full throttle with it.
Yeah, that experience, I think, did that for a lot of people, because it allowed you to see it from a different perspective. Because a lot of us was probably, I know it was more so like a hustle of what I was doing, especially being in the music industry. Everything was just about a hustle. But then you learn that there's a structure behind it, and then you start being able to see, because I know that business model canvas, I don't know if that was a game changer for you, but it was for me to see that and put everything down on paper and be able to look at it and see from the outside looking in, and some things that you can do to adjust when it comes down to your business. So was the business model canvas one of the biggest things that really helped you, or was it something else that was? Actually,
the book,
the books,
the book studies that we had to do in the boot camp was when it switched for me, because we read golly, I can't even think right now. One of the first books that we read, it was talking about
the mistakes, the small business, the
working on your business instead of always working in your business. And I've always been working my business, and I never stepped back and worked on my business. So that kind of went into the business canvas. But the books really had shifted my mindset, and then I was like, okay, I'm fitting to lay this whole thing out. And I still reflect back on my business model to this day.
Yeah, I think that's something that you'll keep coming back to make adjustments.
Revise,
Yeah, I think it's always going to be something. Yeah, the books was a definitely a game changer also for me too. The T.D. Jakes book that we read, Soar.
Yeah.
That
was a good one.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, the stories that he told in there about his parents, that really was inspiring. And then the other one we read about the millionaire. Who was that?
The Black Millionaire.
Yeah. Oh my God, I had to. That was good too, but I can't remember who it was. I'll go back and check.
Right, but we had to go back and plug that in, because those were all great books.
It was. I think we did like 4 books. Yeah.
It was.
That's the most reading. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, that's the most reading I done in 1 year.
Right.
I probably read.
I do that now, monthly. I took off last month, but I just got back into that because I need that.
Yeah. I mean, it really did make me, because before that, I was like doing a lot of online researching, not necessarily reading books. It was more so like online researching, but that made me want to start reading books more, because after that, I picked up a couple of other books that was talking about how to differentiate your business,
Right.
And then there was another one called Blue Ocean Strategy. I think that wasn't one of the books we read, but I think one of the speakers
he
introduced
talked about always having that blue ocean. How can you set yourself apart from everybody else? So one of the things that our business does that kind of sets ourselves apart from other people is we don't have any minimums. Like a lot of people with screen printing, they allow you to have a minimum of amount of shirts. So I can cater to somebody who only needs a few or needs a mass amount of T-shirts printed. We also don't do art fees.
Right.
And like I said, we do packages where you can, get a whole branding package. We've even expanded now to where we do social media packages, as well as event packages, where if you can get the shirts and you can get the event party rentals. So we try to differentiate with that.
Yeah, and I know this personally because I used to hit you up for like single shirts.
Yep. Because sometimes they won't. A lot of the screen printers they won't. Work with people who only need a few because it doesn't benefit them
right
to do just a few.
Yeah, that was definitely helpful because sometimes it was just about me wanting the shirt. Like I didn't necessarily want it. I was just putting on something to brand myself.
Right.
I wasn't necessarily needing a bunch of them. So it was definitely helpful, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your customers appreciated that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. But it's I think ultimately though with the B.E.L.L. Prize experience, because even though you was definitely blessed and fortunate enough to get the money, but I think overall the information was
the
so valuable.
That was poured into us was invaluable. Like word from the cash prize was great because it allowed us to be able to scale up.
Yep.
But the knowledge that we was able to get from just being a part of it was invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. Because just imagine you got the money, but not the knowledge.
Exactly. Then you wouldn't know what to do with
yeah,
it.
exactly. You don't even know. So it's kind of like it's the information is definitely more valuable. And I just thought that for all the people that donated their time to give that information was dope too.
Yes.
Because they didn't have to come do that, but they definitely came through and dropped some jewels on us.
Right, and the networking and the connections that we were able to make.
Yeah, that too. That too. Because Eric Brown is somebody who I still keep in contact with. As far as doing stuff with. We've been trying to get in some events and stuff going. We ain't quite been able to get it done yet, but we still keep in contact.
Yeah, I just recently did some work for Miss Kathy, Tynetta. We do a lot of projects and initiatives together. I've met a lot of amazing people.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of great connections, and I don't know, you probably felt the same way, but even though it was supposed to have been like competitive or competition, but it didn't feel like that.
No, it felt like a big family. I refer to everybody like that's my B.E.L.L. family.
Yeah, that's
a big family.
It never felt like a competition, like we was going at each other, trying to undercut each other, and nothing like that. I think we was all rooting for each other to win.
Exactly.
And even on the night where we had the big dinner and everything, you could feel the energy in the room about that. Everybody was all emotional, and it was just real good. Yes. It was real good. It was a real nice night, and I think that was really something that really stood out for me too. The synergy and the connections and everybody, the way that we just made, and even now, as you all are coming back on and sharing your stories and your experiences, and just seeing the growth. Yeah. And everybody, it's just beautiful to see. It definitely is. And I think with this next round, it's going to be even bigger. It's going to be even bigger and better. I'll be participating. Are you coming back to do anything? Are you going to, because I know I'm going to be participating as going for as a participant, but I'm also going to be helping with the workshops.
I would love to. I would definitely love to. And like one of the things that I've done in my business that I've been able to use my teaching background for is I created a camp for kid entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people had been like, oh my gosh, you help your kids start a business.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help my kids? And then I did a few workshops, but then I went and did a whole curriculum and did it for I did 4 different camps, and Voorhees College also had me do a camp for them.
Okay.
So I love helping other people, and it's been amazing some of the ideas that kids come up with.
Yeah.
Because their minds, they don't have no limits, so
Right.
they think of all type of things. So it's been great seeing them grow. So I would love to come back and help if any.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's crazy is that the children today are being really like successful as entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that they're doing. I personally think that it's just going to, because it's like they're getting younger and younger.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like little kids, 10-year-olds selling bow ties and stuff and doing real great at that. Even my niece, she's 21. She's been running her own business for 3 years now. She
okay.
Yeah. She got Royal Eats in Rock Hill. You know her?
That was one of my old cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for real?
Yep.
Yeah, that's my niece,
One of my
Demaya.
old
So yeah,
cheerleading students.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Demaya.
doing her thing with Royal Eats. So I'm just like really impressed with like the younger generation and how they are definitely soaring and doing great as entrepreneurs. So that's dope that you're doing that, because they need structure too. They need guidance too.
Right.
So that's amazing.
Right. And hopefully I can do a parent workshop because now the parents are like, I need to come in too so I can know how to better assist them.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that I've done so far have just been with the kids, but some parents are now requesting how can they support their kidpreneur, especially the ones who they haven't launched their actual business yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, kidpreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yep.
you coin that? You put that in there. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I call them.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, that is much needed, and so congratulations to you on all the things you are doing, and I know you're going to continue to scale and grow and elevate and serve, and you serving a purpose. It ain't just about making money, but you're making a difference. So that's amazing. Well, thank you, Julisa, for coming through and sharing your story.
Yes.
Yeah, reminiscing, telling back to all them good times that we had, and I'm pretty sure that from this, as you move forward, you're going to continue to keep growing and getting even better and growing with your businesses. And I'm pretty sure more ideas and more things are going to come about. All your stuff that you're going to do is going to continue to do well. I know it is.
Yep.
But,
and I can't wait to see you go for it.
Yeah. Definitely with the podcast. I love this media space and giving people opportunity to have an outlet to share, talk about their business, because ultimately this is a platform for people to share their stories, and it's motivation. And a lot of people don't really know the ins and outs and what goes on behind the scenes. Right. So when you hear people's story and you see that they face challenges and they was able to overcome, it's motivation, for other people to say, what, if they did it, I can do it too. Right. So that's what we're doing here on the Mista Darkeye Podcast. Thank y'all for watching and listening. And listening to all the beautiful, wonderful success stories of the B.E.L.L. Prize participants. And if you want to be involved with B.E.L.L. and you need some help and you're an aspiring business owner, please contact either Tatey and Paige or Don Johnson. They would definitely be able to assist you and get you going in the right path and all that good stuff. So, again, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Julisa, for coming through. And y'all continue to keep supporting the Mista Darkeye Podcast and get that motivation to trust God and live your dreams. We out. What it is, great people. The home of motivation to trust God and live your dreams.